I come from the era where they told us you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. And I feel like I want to be a fighter. I want to be the best fighter. And I feel like this is my chance to prove it on the amateur level by finding the top dog in my weight class in the NFC. That's my why. I feel like, why not? You feel me?
Real talk.
I feel like, why not?
Julien Virgin.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julien Virgin coming to you live on location at X3 Sports in Inman Park, Atlanta, with TJ Holt, who's competing at NFC Fight Night 143 versus Travell Miller. I can't wait for it, and I'm excited to have you here. TJ, now how you doing?
I'm good.
By how you living?
Hey, I'm doing good, can't complain. Every day is a good day to be alive, man, so I'm just making the best out of my opportunity every day. I get to wake up and breathe. I got to go hard at my goals.
I sat here and watched you train for an entire hour, and what I took away from watching you train is how much you love this. Like, it was evident just in watching you get to work. You and Walt hit pads together, man. You putting in that work in preparation for this massive fight against Travell Miller. Y'all are fighting for, and correct me if I'm wrong, the 145-pound belt?
Nah, it would have been if he would have did the kickboxing, but he wanted to do MMA instead of kickboxing. So this just for, I guess, the top dog title, because he's the top dog in the NFC in our weight class, and I feel like I'm right behind him, shit. So right now, he's 7-0 in NFC. I'm 3-0. Somebody got to go.
Somebody has got to go, man. Now, I'm sure that excites you. I'm sure that gets you up, that motivates you for this fight, man.
Yeah.
What are you anticipating when you go against a 7-0 undefeated fighter like Travell Miller?
I know I got to bring my best. That's all I can do is bring my best, because I know he's not 7-0 for no reason. So I'm like, I got to go in there as my best version of me to be able to pull it out, because the best man gonna win. So if I go in there my best me and he his best self, whoever had a better night gonna come out on top.
Fair game to you, man. Now, I know there's a mutual respect that y'all have between each other, as well as just being fierce competitors. Yeah. Obviously, both of y'all want to win. What is the relationship that you have with Travell Miller going into this fight?
Like I said, a few years back when I first started kickboxing, I want to say like 2019, that's when he used to come to X3 sparring nights, and we got a chance to spar together a few times, and we got to help each other get better, and both of us solid work, and it's good to see that from that point, he's 7-0 now, I'm 3-0 in the NFC, so it's like, it's all respect. Like I said, when I see him win, I congratulate him, like, good job, dog, same thing. When he see me win, he congratulate me, and it's like we talk, like, shit, we might as well test each other out while we amateurs. Like, as a pro, neither one of us wouldn't want that fight, because we want each other to, it's bigger than Atlanta. We both from the same fight scene, so I want to see him do good in his pro career, and I'm sure it's likewise. So while we amateurs and we can test each other's out without it stopping our career, it's the perfect time for it.
Absolutely. This is the perfect time, coming up March 5th at the District Atlanta, as TJ Holt takes on Travell Miller for the top dog in the NFC.
Top dog.
I'm ready for it, man. Now, transitioning from competing, you're not only just TJ Holt, but you go by Rasta Cartel, man.
Yeah.
Tell me more about who Rasta Cartel is.
Okay, Rasta came about as when TJ was just that dude working a 9 to 5, getting off of work, going to the gym, busting my ass, and I ended up getting into some legal trouble that wasn't my fault, and it kind of turned me into a hustler where I had to get it by any means, and by that way, I had to pay a lawyer, keep me out of trouble, fight my case for me, and I ended up on probation for 5 years. So it's like, within that time, I couldn't get no regular job for real that pay good, so I had to do my thing, and I kept boxing all the while I was hustling. But Rasta Cartel came about as this hustler trying to make a way out of a hole that I wasn't supposed to be in.
For sure. You just dropped the project. Finally off papers.
Almost off papers, yep. And that's back to the story. This is my last year on papers. That situation happened 5 years ago. I got 5 years probation for it. So, like I said, I'm letting you grow with me through my story, through the music scene. I'm letting you see me fight my way out of it. It's TJ Holt in the cage. So, if you want to tap into Rasta Cartel, my latest album is Cartel Season 2, Almost Off Papers. You can hear a little of my story in that. And, hey, you can come see me fight March 5th as well.
Why did you stay committed to boxing throughout all these legal troubles that you were going through? What was it about boxing and competing now as transitioning to mixed martial arts that helped you grow throughout these past 5 years?
I feel like that situation was an anomaly for my life because I had to fight through it. And because I was boxing, when I was in that jail cell, I was praying to get out to be able to fight again. And once I got out, I said I'd never stop fighting. And I think God holding me to that, and I'm holding my word, and every day I gotta fight. I gotta fight no matter what I've done through life, I've always fought. So when I went without a job, whatever, I was making my way at the gym as a fighter, and I feel like that's my way out.
Whenever I see you fight or even spar, you always throwing your hair back. How long have you been growing your locks?
10 years.
What does your locks mean to you, TJ?
It's growth. They've been here with me through it all since, like I said, I started when I turned an adult as 18. When I turned 18 years old, that's when I started growing locks. So I said that's when I entered adulthood, and ever since I turned 18 to where I'm at now is 28, that 10 years, they've been with me throughout this whole growth process because I wasn't even boxing at 18. You feel me? So it's like I've became, they're a part of the man that I am today.
Absolutely, man. I respect it, and I see that growth in that process, and I respect the journey. You said you train twice a day.
Sometimes 3.
Sometimes 3 times a day, man.
Yeah.
I'm always curious with all fighters, especially on an amateur level in this local scene, man. Look, I understand what it is to, like, have to hustle for everything, but how do you make it work?
That's why you got to tap into cartel season 2, almost on paper. See, everything, I can't say it boldly, you feel me? But if you listen to the music, you'll see I got to get it the way I got to get it, you know? So that's why I say if you listen to my music, but as a fighter, I made that sacrifice to where I can train, I can come and train in the morning, handle my business, come back and train in the evening, handle my business, go back in the morning. So it's like I'm making the best out of a bad situation.
Now, if I didn't know who TJ Holt was, why should I come out on March 5th to watch you compete?
I feel like no one puts in the type of work that I put in. And that's not taking nothing away from nobody. I just feel like I've been through worse before that to get me to the point where I feel like it's nothing better out there for me to do than to try to get it in here. Unless it's money out there calling, I go get that, but I'm right back in the gym after that. You feel me? So that's how I go about it. And if you want to see my hard work on display, you will come out March 5th. If you want to see a preview, you can go to my page at Roster Cartel. You can see plenty of highlights of me doing my thing, and it's gonna get better every time because I'm growing as a fighter and as a man.
I want to know why. Like, what's your why behind you getting up and doing all this work?
I come from the era where they told us you can be anything you want to be when you grow up. You know, and I feel like I want to be a fighter. I want to be the best fighter. And I feel like this is my chance to prove it on the amateur level by finding the top dog in my weight class in the NFC. That's my why. I feel like, why not? You feel me?
Real talk.
I feel like, why not? You know, I grew up in Trusser Tree, like that's Section 8 housing, just me and my mom. Like shit, I didn't make it to college. I didn't. I got a high school, I graduated from high school, but I 9 to 5 just working, that's not for me. It's like not knocking it, but I feel like it's more for me. And I'm gonna fight my way out of it. Literally, I'm gonna fight my way out of it. I'm gonna keep fighting until I make it. And the type of fighter I am, I know I'm gonna make it.
Where'd you say you grew up again? You said Trestle Tree?
Trestle Tree.
What is that? Where is that?
It's right, it's in Grant Park.
Oh, okay.
It's right over in Grant Park.
Grant Park, over there by the zoo?
Yep.
Okay.
Zoo Atlanta.
So it was just you and your mom?
Yeah.
Where was Pops?
I mean, shit, he had a wife. I was, you know, the kid on the outside. So it was like, he was there a little bit, you know, to help, but I didn't have that father figure in the house seeing how to be a man growing up.
I feel it. Now that you're 28, when you're able to reflect back on, like, okay, the man that you are, like, how does him not being there, like, how did that affect you?
I feel like it helped. Like I said, and it's like, we became cool now that I'm older. Now that I'm older, we cool. Like, I called my pops, his birthday just passed, like, everything cool. I talked to him. I mean, he's still my dad. I respect him, but like him not being there as a kid, it helped me be the man I am today. I probably wouldn't even be a fighter if he was there. I don't know. I feel like it made me hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I appreciate you sharing with me about, you know, your childhood, man, and making it work. Now, does your mom come to watch you compete?
She came to a couple of fights, not since I've started doing MMA though. All right, so when I first started boxing, when I first told her I wanted to box, she was like, cause I always played football, basketball, and ran track, but when I told her I wanted to box, this when I was 20, I told her I wanted to box, and she was like, what, are you punching each other in the face and stuff? I was like, yeah. And she was like, I don't know. But then when she see me keep training every day and she saw how good I was getting, with how dedicated I was, she was like, okay. So my first boxing fight she came to, and then she came to all my boxing fights. When I switched to kickboxing, she was like, they can kick you in the head. She was like, I don't know about that, TJ. Oh no, I got away with the boxing. She ended up coming to my first kickboxing fight. But then after that, she was like, she was too scared, so she started watching them on TV after that.
For sure.
When I told her MMA, cause when she came to the kickboxing fight, and she was like, she saw the other MMA fights on the card, she was like, yo, you ain't gonna do that where they can take you on the ground
and they choke you out.
Yeah, she was like, you gonna do that? I was like, nah, probably not. Then Nate them ended up talking me in MMA, so when I had to talk to her about that, I was like, I got a fight coming up. She was like, what it is, boxing, kickboxing? I was like, nah, it's MMA. She was like, TJ, you done took it too far. She said, TJ, you done took it too far. And she, to this day, she haven't came to an MMA fight, but she watched them. She watched the live stream at home. She said
really?
It's too much for her to come
For
to
her
that.
to actually be there.
Yeah.
Now, does she plan on being there at this fight?
She said she think about getting tickets to this one. She said she thinking about coming.
Okay.
I always tell her she want to come, I got her, but she said she thinking about it, but she don't like the idea of this for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, you see parents there, and like you see, like they're invested.
You can be on the other end of that. Yeah. I can be on the other end of that. And well, my mom gotta watch me getting put down, so it's like, I understand. So.
How much do you think about that, being on the other end?
Every day. That's why I'm in here right now. So that don't happen. You feel me? Like that's on my mind all the time. If it's not, it's probably gonna happen. If you're not thinking about what can happen to you, that can happen. That's why when you see how me and Walt work, we see what we do good, but we focus on what I do bad, because that's what can end the fight.
For sure. What are you planning on walking out to?
Hey, see, we gonna keep that a surprise. We're gonna keep that a surprise. Coming soon though, March. That's why you gotta be there, March 5th. Get your tickets. You don't wanna miss it. You do not wanna miss it. It's gonna be lit regardless. It's gonna be lit.
Your walkouts are always dope, man. Like even if you not walking out, you like there's been times where you've introduced people. Like you make the walkout like a boxing walkout. It'd be like a Mayweather production.
Yeah.
I like that energy, you know?
Hey, like I said, I saw his last walkout, it was lit. So this fight is gonna be lit. I'm telling you, you got two of the littest fighters, hard working. It's gonna be fireworks. Like I said, not to take nothing away from Travell, it's gonna be a hard fought fight. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so you did see his walkout.
Yeah, I saw his walkout. I saw the highlights. Yeah.
When he came out to get on my level, like
yeah, that was lit. That was lit. I was like, I probably commented on like that shit was lit. Like I say, no hate in my blood. Like I salute that. I salute that.
Hey, respect.
Yes, sir.
Respect, man. Yeah, man. So I've seen him on social media kind of like respond to you calling him out.
Who do you want to see next into this stage? Hey, I'm in man's out with your kickboxing. Hey, Travell, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, you're the top dog in my weight class. We got to make this happen, Jesse. We got to make it happen, man. If I think the folks want to see it, it'll be explosive. Hey, we the top amateurs. We got to do it. We got to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all ladies do it.
I heard you bitches was looking for me. Bitch, here I go. I heard you bitches was looking for me.
Okay, hey, it is what it is. We gonna do it. We gonna make it do what it do. Like I said, like I know he got a respect for me, just like I got a respect for him. But I know he gonna try to knock my head off, just like I'm gonna try to knock his off. So it's like, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Julien Virgin sitting down with TJ Holt ahead of his highly anticipated March 5th bout for the baddest man in the NFC.
Top dog title.
Top dog title versus Travell Miller. Final thoughts, TJ. What do you want to leave me with here?
Let's do it!
Y'all heard it here first. Again, Julien Virgin, TJ Holt. I appreciate you, my brother. Respect.
Respect.